For the Black Panther necklace, I traced on a fold basic shape that I wanted, and then I measured it up against my jacket so that I could see that it would fit. I made the first triangles and then I did some lines just so that I could make them different sizes along the necklace. Whenever I'm trying to make a pattern, I usually just go online and find a picture that I want to use and I'll rough sketch it. So I'm going to go ahead and take my pieces, start tracing them. I just went ahead and traced it all the way around, and I liked just a pointed end. I changed the design, so I retraced it, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut with it at an angle instead of up and down. I want a beveled edge on the other side. I got it the way I want, only it's going to go higher, and the jacket's a little thicker, so you want to try it on with the jacket. I'm going to go ahead and use the 2mm thickness for the top part of the necklace so that I can get a better edge when I glue them together. I cut out the pieces, and you got to make sure that you do it at an angle. And if you're doing this piece and you're making the other one, just flip it over, same angle, so they'll fit together. And that'll be the main claw piece on my necklace. To make the smaller ones, I'm going to go ahead and cut off my pattern piece and trace out a couple of these to make the other two, and then so on for the small one. These are our pieces, 2 on each side, 1 on each side, and then the big one in the middle. I'm going to go ahead and glue them together using contact cement. So you just apply it, wait a couple minutes, and then you put them together. Put the glue on the long side of the piece. When you're gluing the piece together, line it up first really well, and then just squish it kind of like together like this so it makes it a little more pointy. These will just go on top of here. You end up with 7 little blobs. I applied some contact glue and made the middle markings where I want to line up. And I'll glue that on and probably heat seal it again and curve it. If you make a sharper edge, it would be more defined at the top. I heat sealed it, and I just used my rolling pin and squished it down to give it some curve. I just used this embossing heat tool that I inherited from my aunt. I glued all the pieces. I'm just waiting for it to get tacky so I can connect them. And I did embellishment on right there. I just razor bladed very lightly and heat sealed it just to give it a little more detail. For the upper arm claws, I traced out my pattern on cardstock for the upper one, and then I just made a slightly bigger one for the leg. And for the arm claw, I made little diamonds. For the leg claws, I just made a triangle. When assembled, the leg claw just looks like that. And just make sure you're cutting it at an angle so you can be able to fit the pieces together. These ones are drying, and then I'm going to put them together. You just need 8 pieces of each side, and then only 8 of the little triangle diamonds. So 8 of these and 16 of these. I found it easiest to make sure that the beveled edges worked properly to do 8 this way and then flip it and do 8 this way when I'm cutting at an angle to the right. So it's not straight and up and down, it's to the right, so that it makes a beveled edge that will fit together properly. I razor bladed a little design in it, so when I heat it up, it will create a little design in the claws. And then when it's cooling, you just kind of curve it to create a little curve in the claws. I've heat sealed these, and now I just need to seal it, which I'm just going to seal it with Mod Podge. I'll do a couple coats of Mod Podge and then just paint it. After you cut it out, you can Dremel the edge to smooth out the edge right here, but you don't have to, you could leave it. I didn't Dremel the claws just because I wanted them to have a sharper look to them. Just about to glue the claw to the claw. This was my test piece. If you do white with silver, it's a bright silver. If you do black, it's more of like an aged silver. And I just figured I would do bright silver. We already sprayed the back, just a really light coat since it's not really going to be seen. And just spraying top coat. Spray painting's not my favorite. That's when the hubby helps. Spray painted them silver. I wasn't sure if the silver was going to be very metallic, but it looks like it has a pretty nice sheen. To attach the leg claws and the arm claws, I made an elastic ring, and then I just attached on 4 sides nylon strips so that it could be more stable, and just measured it around his leg. You just run a strip of hot glue on the side and the top and the bottom